All right, guys, we are working on 2010 Cadillac CTS. I do not believe I have a video on this alternator procedure on this one. All right, first thing we're going to do, take off that cover. You're going to look down here. The alternator is down here. So what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove this harness connector, get all this stuff out of the way. Let's start with the harness connector. There's a little clip back there. Get some needle nose pliers, squeeze them in together and pull it out. Take this bracket off. Let's do that first. All right, 10mm bolt, 13mm bolt on this bracket. I'm just going to try to leave this on there, okay? Take the bolts out. Always consolidate your bolts, as I always say. Take this 10mm off. We're just trying to make room to get to the alternator is all we're doing. All right. They already took the belt off for me, so there's the tensioner right there. It looks like it's a 1/2-inch drive ratchet goes in there, so you can loosen up the tensioner and pull the belt off. That's already off. We're not going to mess with it. We're just going to get the belt out of the way. Okay, disconnect the battery at this time. All right, guys, there's 2 bolts. There's 3 bolts all together. 1, 2, 3 bolts. Yes, 3 bolts. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Unplug the regulator right there. I think it's just a button. You just got to push down, push the tab down and pull it off. All right, now the alternator is almost off. We still have to take off the main battery lead. By the way, I've been here 15 minutes. If you guys are timing, and so you guys can get an idea how long it's going to take you, depending on your skill level. That looks like a 10mm. All right, what I'm going to do, now I'm just going to get my little ratchet wrench on there. You could get an extension too and come up from here if you wanted to, I guess. All right, guys, another thing that's worth mentioning, when you pull the alternator out, you want to recognize which way this red cable is mounted. Is it mounted this way, or is it mounted that way, or is it over here, over there? Remember the location of the wire and how it twists. All right, and put it on the exact same way, so when you put it in, everything falls into place, and you're not stretching cables, okay, or it's not going to fit correctly. So make sure wire orientation when you install it. Also, another thing is there's this bolt back here, this one on the bottom inside bolt. When you install the new alternator, make sure you put that bolt in there and just let it hang there, and then push the alternator in position. Screw it down. All right, remove one of these hoses. I don't care which one. I'm going to remove this one so I can get the alternator out and push this hose out to the side. Try not to pull it down. Try to lift it up and tuck it away up here so there's too much. If you do it that way, you won't lose so much of your antifreeze, okay? So here we go. Get a drain pan. All right, take the alternator out exactly the way, put it in exactly the way you pulled it out. So my bolts on that side, okay? Remember your orientation of your wire, and just put it back in there. Make sure you put the bolt back in there when you push it back in. Hey guys, on this job I want you to go ahead and invest in some ratcheting wrenches. It's going to save you so much time, okay? Ratcheting wrench is 15mm for those 3 bolts. This long would be nice, you know. Got about a foot here. That would be the best. Let's get the belt on there, put the hose back on there, put these little bracket back on there, and we'll crank this thing up, see if it's charging.
Yeah, he said to put that battery cable back on there.
Oh, I could have did that. All right, so all we got to do, put a little bit of water in there because you took off that hose, add a little bit of water, and that's it. We're ready to start it up. All right, guys, last but not least is go ahead and hook up your power probe or your multimeter And let's check battery voltage. Looks like positive over on this side, negative on the back. I want to see at least 13.5 or 14 would be nice. 13.38. Battery might be a little bit discharged. Step on the gas for me, please. All right, we're good. 14.4. So that the alternator is charging, confirmed. Your job is now done. All right, guys, that's it. That's Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. We're in Jackson, Mississippi.